Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Darren. I hope you're all safe and well and are having a good stitchy week. So today is going to be Stitch with Me. I'm going to be working on this one. It's Telton Crafts piece and it's called Master. So I thought we'll start on this one. Hopefully I've measured out my fabric correctly and I'm starting in the correct spot because, as you know, this is the 40 count fabric and I have the Darth Vader one on the opposite side. So I'm hoping I have measured this correctly. So let me get you zoomed in. This is as far as I can get zoomed in. So I'm hoping you can see. So we'll see how we go with this one. So I'm doing this 1/110 stitch on the 40 count. So we will see how we go. I'm using a ball tip needle as well. So I'm just going to do the first row so I can make sure I'm in the right spot. So give me just 2 seconds. Hopefully you can see this. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Right, so now I've got to start. I know where I'm going. So yeah, this is going to be fun trying to do this. Normally, obviously, I have, with it being 40 count, I normally have this a little bit closer. So I can see the holes. I have my goggles on. I use my glasses. So I can see what I'm doing. So yeah, you'll probably hear me doing a bit of counting and swearing and everything else in this one. Once my eyes adjust properly, it's not too bad stitching on the 40 count. I'm just going to get my eyes to adjust. 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just typical, that tail's in the way. There we go. So we'll see how long this Stitch with Me goes. I'm hoping to get to at least an hour. If we get any longer, it's a bonus. I will more likely be jumping all over the spot. I was looking at this chart earlier on just to make sure I had the colours I needed to start it, because I don't have all the colours yet. And as I was looking through the colours, like there was one stitch of one colour. I was like, I am not ordering a full skein of floss for one stitch. So I just marked it off. And then there was another one that had 3 stitches. It's like, yeah, I'm not ordering a full skein of floss for that either. So that got marked off. So I just use a colour around it when I get to it. I don't think you're going to make any difference. And when you credit it, next door started with a bloody tractor. You had the the hedge clippers going a bit ago, so I would have started this earlier on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now he's brought the tractor out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something's not right there. What's the count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, right there, look, I've gone in the wrong hole. honest, I'll sort that out later. The joys of 40 count already. So it's absolutely stinking hot here today. It's 30 degrees. Tomorrow, Sunday, we're meant to be 34 degrees with a chance of a thunderstorm at some point. It's pretty humid as well. So normally when it's humid we do get the thunderstorms. And then Monday, back at work, it'll be 33 degrees. So yeah, we're coming towards the end of spring now, getting ready to come into summer. So that would be why. Birds are joining in. Won't be one of my videos without the birds going off. Doesn't help us for that with the window wide open. As I say, it's stinking hot here. 3 weeks to go, and I'll be going to the UK, which is awesome. Looking forward to going, not looking forward to the cold. Apparently it's, I was speaking with my friend earlier on, it's 4 degrees over there. It's like, holy crap, I'm gonna freeze. I'm just getting used to the temperature over there, and then I'll be coming back here to 40 odd degrees. So work's going okay. A bit busy. Generally is around about this time of year. Everyone wanting their orders in before Christmas. We got, if you remember from my last stitch with me, we sent off one of the saws to get refurbished and upgraded and whatever. That's come back. That came back on Monday. That is the new boss's new toy, so it means I won't have to put it with him for a while until the novelty wears off with the new thing. He was on it Monday, broke it by Tuesday, had the mechanic out Tuesday to fix it again. Because although we all got shown how to use it, including the boss, he decided he was going to do things his way and broke it. So it's an automatic feeding one. Well, it's meant to be an automatic feeding one. You've still got to load it up yourself and then push it off to start, and then it just carries on pulling the wood through. But the boss thought, I know, I'll just push it through at the same time as the automatic feeder pushing it. It'll go through faster. So yeah, he broke it. Knocked it all out of alignment. Apologies, there goes my phone. Guess who never silenced their phone today? Me. Oh, well, hopefully it doesn't go on too much. Yeah, so the same guys who did the saw for that the boss is now playing on was also meant to be kind of upgrading mine with the new rollers. That still haven't brought the new rollers, so I don't know if that's getting done or not. I am on some really heavy wood at the moment. And they're long lengths as well. They're nearly 3 times as thick, or 3 times thicker than what I normally do on my saw. So these are really heavy pieces of wood, and they're 6 meters long. So the good side of it is I've got someone helping me on my saw, which isn't too bad. It's been a long time since, well, other than the boss, it's been a long time since I've had someone working on my saw. Shane was at work today, so it's Saturday. Shane was at work today on overtime. I was going to go in but he's going down to his mum and dad's after work to do the service on his dad's car. So it's finally getting done. Well, as far as I'm aware, it's finally getting done today. So he's off there after work. So I was like, I'm not going around and hanging around while they're messing around with the cars for hours on end. So I didn't go in. Alright, apologies if I keep banging the camera. As I say, I've got my goggles on, so I forget I've got them on, so it gets a bit closer to the camera. Especially with me trying to work out where I'm going on this. So if it bangs, I do apologise. And again, apologies, my hand will probably be in the way more because I'm zoomed right in, so that you can see what I'm doing. And hopefully I can see what I'm doing as well. So yeah, everybody's on countdown now for finishing work. So we've got there's four full weeks at work left. But obviously I'm not going to be there for the final week, which is good because it means I don't have to do the cleaning up. On the last day of work, we have to clean the whole shed out. So that takes a while to do. So luckily I get away from doing that this year because I won't be there. No doubt I'll have to clean my saw first before I disappear. But then again, it depends if anyone's going to be working on my saw in the last week. Luckily my saw doesn't take long to clean, and my area doesn't take long to clean anyway, so it shouldn't take me long. So yeah, all the other guys can't wait for the 3 weeks, well 3 weeks to finish. Then it's 3 weeks off for everybody. Now where's this stitch go? One, 2, 3. There. I'm actually stitching across 20 stitches. I thought it might be a bit easier than just trying to cram it all into one tiny little square. There. 1, 2. The birds are definitely wanting it on the video today. We have acquired some new animals, i.e. magpies. So the other week there was 2 magpies and then some babies with them, and they came to the yard, so they were looking for food. So I gave them some bread. Probably not a good thing to do. Of course, now they hang around. So there was 2 adults and 2 babies. Unfortunately, we don't have 2 adults and 2 babies no more. We just have 2 adults and 1 baby. One of the babies, the older of the 2, you can tell it was older because it used to feed the baby. Unfortunately, got squished on the road, which is a shame because he used to come up to you. So as soon as you go out, he'd come running over to you and sit waiting for you to give him some food. You know, we come home from work on Thursday and there was a dead bird outside the driveway. So Shane got out to open the gate, so he had a look. He said, "I think it's a magpie, but I'm not sure." And I was like, "Well, hopefully it's not one of the ones that we've been feeding." Anyway, it turned out it was one of the babies. It was the friendly one. So it's like, "Oh, that's a shame." One, two. Oh, come on, get in. So yeah, so we've the other baby's still alive. So we got 2 adults and a baby coming every morning. As soon as they hear the front door going, they turn up. So Shane being Shane, he likes the magpies. As I say, we used to have a load at the old house. So Shane being Shane, we had to call at the butcher's on the way home from work yesterday so he could get some pet mints so he could feed the magpies other than bread. So he's been nicking the ham that I have for my sandwiches so he could feed the magpies. So yeah, so he bought some pet mints. So he's been feeding the magpies that, and he was feeding them yesterday. And obviously they must have had too much to eat yesterday because they were hiding the mints. So even the baby was picking the mints up and going and hiding it. So sticking it in the pot plants and wherever else he could find it. And then some other birds come back later on that night and they were hunting around for it, so they obviously must have seen them burying it. We also have in the field now 2 horses. They're back. So we didn't realise they were back. It was not this Thursday, just gone the Thursday before. We come back from shopping and I was in the house feeding the cats and Shane was bringing the last of the shopping in, and then he'd left the gate open to the house yard and been out and fed the magpies, and they just happened to look out the back window and went, oh, the horses are back, so he better hurry up and shut the front gate then, otherwise we're going to have the horses in the house yard. He went, oh yeah. So they're now back, and as soon as they realised we were back, they come galloping straight down wanting their carrots. So we always need to give them carrots. So yeah, straight down for the carrots. Luckily we bought some carrots that day. Otherwise that would have been fun. I've just done that in the wrong spot. Try that again. Oh, thank you. Maybe you guys can see this better than I can. So yeah, so now we have the horses as well. So they just stand at the gate and neigh so that we know that they're there, or do the funny blowing noise out the nose. What's that? Horses are here, they won't feed in. Shane generally goes out and feeds them all. He's normally out there anyway watering his plants, so he goes out and feeds them. Right, now then, I now need to try and end this thread. Come on, get in. Maybe I should let myself a bit more thread to thread. But never mind. Try to turn the needle over. Come on. There's more going. I will get it. Oh, got it. You in there. Excuse me while I just flip this over and end that stitch. tree back in position. I might as well carry on with that colour while I put it out. Yes, I am recording. I didn't think I was recording then. I was about to cry. I've been going through some of my charts today, working out if I can, how many I need to, well, not how many I can get kitted up, what I can kit up. So I'll be going through my flossers and see what I've got. So I've got one fully kitted up, which is good, which is my big cats. So that one's all kitted up, ready for next year. The sun's disappeared, so now I can't see anything. And I've gone through and see what else I can do. So a couple of flossers I need to get. I need to get them ordered soon because JK's will be closing for Christmas. Don't you dare not. Get off. There we go. Yeah, JK's will be closing for Christmas, so I need to get my order in so I can make sure I get it through. Plus, obviously, if there's anything I need for taking over to the UK. So I'll look at ordering them later on today. So my brother messaged me the other day to say that my mum has got COVID. I have a funny feeling she caught it off him because he's got it too. So as soon as my mum doesn't go anywhere, I have a funny feeling that she's caught it off of my brother. So, but apparently he's on it. For him, it's only on his chest. Now this is the second time he's had COVID. His is only on his chest, and my mum, apparently she's pretty rough with it. I won't know more until if I speak to her tomorrow. It depends if she's up for speaking, but apparently she's just sleeping an awful lot. So bless her, she's done well to avoid it for this long. Spoke to my elder brother today as well. As I mentioned, my niece was going for her driving test. She had lessons before her test. I don't know, it was like where everybody else is, but in the UK you generally have a lesson before you're going for your exam. So she had a lesson and it was raining. I don't know how bad it was raining, all I know is it was raining. Pretty heavy, my brother said, but it wasn't overly heavy. And then just before they start going to the driving test centre, she got an email saying that a test had been cancelled due to rain, because they don't want they don't want people to not be able to read a road sign. I was like, what a load of crap. Never heard it before, being cancelled due to not being able to read a road sign in the rain. Well, it's like my brother says as well, you've got to learn to drive in the rain sometime. I said I could understand if it was snow, because obviously it's a bit more dangerous in the snow because of the sliding around. So yeah, bless her. She found my elder brother up and she was in tears because it had been cancelled, because she got herself all hyped up ready for her exam. And I didn't go ahead, so she turned around to my brother, she says, I'm more gutted the fact that, she said, I was hoping I was going to pass, so then you didn't have to keep paying for my lessons. Because my elder brother keeps paying for her driving lessons because her mum won't. Her mum says because she's working she can pay for it herself, but bearing in mind for a 17-year-old in the UK, she only earns £4 an hour. I don't know the Warriors, wherever you're all from. So yeah, she only has about £4 an hour. So she doesn't get a lot of money, and her mum expects her to use all that money for driving lessons. And her driving lessons are a bit more expensive than that, so my brother keeps forcing money on her. So he keeps forcing her to take it to pay for her lessons. So she was like, I'm more good to the fact she says that I didn't pass so that you don't have to keep paying for my lessons. And he was like, shut up. So she's my daughter, of course I'm going to pay for your lessons. So should your mother, but obviously she's too busy getting drunk. So I've rescheduled her in for January, the end of January or something like that. So she was mortified. My brother was fuming. He was like, well, you cancelled it all. You should just move it like 1 or 2 days. Instead of making the poor kids, because everyone who had the test that day got cancelled, they're making the poor kids having to wait like another 2 months to go for the tests. So he was fuming. And I was like, well, there's not much you can do about it, unfortunately. They're doing it for the safety of the kids and for them, because obviously the last thing you want is the kids to aquaplane or something like that and crash. So yeah, bless her, she was mortified. And then she spoke to my best mate over there. I've not spoke to him for a while. It's a good job he's my best mate. So I spoke to him today as well. So I told him I was coming over. So he's like, oh, when are you coming over? I'm off at like the end of November to, I think he said the 11th of December. I says, I land on the 14th of December. And he was like, oh, damn it. So, but then he's hoping, he might be having surgery on his knee. He's having his knee reconstructed or something. I don't know what he said now, or reshaped. So it depends when he's having that done. I said, well, I'll get down and see you anyway. So it's like, oh, well, I work till this time every day and I'm off weekends. And it's like, yeah, no worries, I'll be down on one of them. Assuming my brother lets me nick his car, then I'll be down. I'm sure he will. So yeah, he'll be excited. I've not seen him for 4 years. This one. It's pretty good, this. Once your eyes adjust to the new count of your fabric, it's pretty easy going. He says until I get to the next colour and I've got to feed it in between. What's that? I'll get to the end of this row and then I know I've got a couple of questions. Well, I'm pretty sure I've got a couple of questions. Also got a message the other day. I ordered the Silks for You 12 Days of Christmas pack. Now that one you just pay off every couple of months. They send you an invoice, you pay it. I think you only pay I think it's every 3 months or something like that you pay. And it's not that expensive, to be fair. It's only $22, so maybe £11 a month for it. So that wasn't too bad. And I got my final invoice the other day to finish paying for it, and then for the shipping costs. Let me just have a drink, 2 seconds. And then I got a notification the day after saying that it had been shipped. So that should be here next week, which is good. Now on that one I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, because it tells you not to start opening it until the 14th. I think it's the 14th is when you open your first day. So obviously I'm going to be travelling to the UK. So I haven't decided yet, but I may do some videos every day from when I get over there, showing what I'm what I got in the Sucks For You kit, and showing what I'm going to be stitching on that day, and blah blah blah. Kind of like a Flossmas, but not like everybody else, because I won't have many projects there to work on. So we'll see. I haven't decided yet. Obviously, if I do a Flossmas kind of thing, it won't be as extravagant as some of the others, with all the fancy opening credits and stuff like that. Mine will just be my normal. So you have to let me know if you're interested in me doing Flossmas or not. Again, I don't know how it's going to work when we've been over there. It depends if I remember to take the tripod or not. If not, it'll just be me hand-holding the camera and just pointing it the way. But if you're interested in the Flossmas, let me know, and if I can get it done, I will do that. So, right, questions. First one is from Jeep Girl Stitches, who's also on FlossTube, who says, thanks for another great stitch with me. I have a question. Do the kangaroos get spooked and take off if you go outside when you're in the yard? Are they mean or pretty domesticated? The one on your videos didn't seem bothered by the fenced-in dog barking at it. So, the kangaroos over here, it just depends. If they have joeys with them, then they can get a little bit protective. But 9 out of 10, they generally don't get spooked. I think they're used to people around over here. Well, where I am anyway, out here, because we're rural. So there's not a lot of houses, but there's a fair few houses. So I think they're just used to people coming and going, to be fair. I mean, we always seem to have the same family or and individuals coming in here. I don't know if that'll change now with the horses being here. I will say, I haven't seen any of the kangaroos since we've had both the horses here. When we used to have just one horse here, we still used to see the kangaroos. Well, since we've had the two, I've not seen any. But yeah, they generally don't run off. When they hear the car, they generally do. If I were going to work and they're in the field, and when we start the car, they won't run off. They'll just move a bit further over towards the fences so that they're not in the way. So they're pretty good. They don't come in the yard, house yard. So yeah, so they're pretty chilled over here. Just sit there and watch you, eat the grass, drink the water, and then hop off. They normally come through our field because the fence near the main road must have a hole in it somewhere for them to get through. So they cut through ours to get over the main road to go to the houses over the back. They always do. So, and we've got signs up on this road anyway telling people to be careful of kangaroos. So, other than the idiots that go tear arsing down here when it's raining, most people drive pretty steady down here. It's always the young P-platers that are idiots who come flying down. But yeah, we've got signs up saying wildlife in this area, drive slowly. So I've not seen any kangaroos hit near me. See them everywhere else, but not near me. Come here. Right across to there. And then I will park this one there. That's the end of two blocks. Well, 2 400 blocks square that. So tiny. Alright, let's pick the next colour. I'll go for one that we don't have a lot of, so I can see where I'm going. It'll be just 2 seconds while I find out my next colour. 6. Typical one was not on there. Into my bag. 5, 6, 7. I'm surprised there's so many like bluey grey colours in this one. I thought it'd be all like really pale colours or really light greys. Well, a lot of these like bluey colours. Like this one I'm pouring in now is 156. The last one was 318, which is a bit of a grey, I suppose. Now then, where's this one start? The only thing we're doing this way, to win the 4 blocks in one, is figuring out where you are. There. Have a look through here, be easier. That's them too, right. There. Well, that made it a lot easier. And with this one, I'm not going to pull that little bit of a tail through there. I'm going to leave it there until I stitch the next colour. Nope, I'm going to pull it through anyway. That's anchored enough, that's fine. Right. Next question is from Jerry. So she loves the sound of the birds when listening to my videos. They sound so lovely and different from the ones over in Ontario, Canada. We have a lot of doves around here, so I often hear those. What are some of the common birds in your areas that I might be hearing? So those ones are called noisy miners. We have crows, magpies, rainbow lorikeets, cockatoos, which are the pterodactyls. We have butcherbirds, which are the ones that I feed at work. Well, actually, I feed the noisy miners at work as well now. We have peewees, which are kind of a really small magpie, but not a magpie. We have, I think it's a wagtail, because he looks like he's on something, because he's always fidgeting, moving. I think it's a wagtail. Every now and then you'll get the kookaburras, but they seem to not be around at the moment. There is another bird that I have no idea what it is. He's like probably like this colour, but it's on the fabric, but like with a bluey greenish head. I don't know what that is. We have the rosellas, which is like a big budgerigar. The galahs, which is a grey and pink parrot. We also have the king parrots, which are mainly red and green. I think that's most of them. But the main ones that you can hear are the noisy miners, the peewees, the wagtail, he's the one who normally just does the little chirping, and the magpies are the main ones that you will hear. And now you get the horses. Just when I'm away, make sure Shane doesn't make his laundry loads too big. Oh, he will. I know he will. So that's that one. Next one's from Bronwyn. On my last video, I put pictures in of the cats, and she asked if she'd miss Ginge and Kitty. So yes, Ginge was laid on top of Tiger. Kitty was under the cover, so you wouldn't have seen her. I do have a photo of her sprawled out on a cat tree. I'll put that one in today. I'll put them in at the end. But on the last video, I put them in at the end. I didn't put them in during the Stitch With Me part. And the sun's gone in again. I can't see where I'm going now. I'm trying to look through the camera and see where I am, but I can't figure out where I am. Where am I? I'm up there. So that's that one. Just on that one. That's that there. Yep. Oh yeah, now the sun comes out. So yeah, we'll put a picture of Kitty sprawled out on a cat tree. Been trying to get pictures of them, but sometimes it's hard to get a picture of the cat because every time you go to take a picture, they wake up and disappear. It's as if they know. Oh, I wish this sun had stopped going in. Can't see what I'm doing. Is that what I want to be? Don't think so. There. There. Stitch there. So you get something. I was right. And pop that colour there. Yeah, I don't know if you just did the little bird there. That's one of these brown and blue ones, which I don't know what they are. I need to try and figure out what they are at some point. Because I haven't got a clue. $160. Bronwyn also wants to know if I'm doing any videos when I go back home, or am I going to have a break. So I don't think the Stitch With Me's will be going ahead. I think they're more than likely going to be on a break. I'm going to say it just depends if I have time for doing stuff. It depends if I've got any way to record. Because obviously my mum will probably be asleep in the living room. And it depends on the lighting in the bedroom where I'll be stopping. Because I haven't got a clue which bedroom I'm going to be in over there yet. Because I'm assuming my brother will not give me back my bedroom for the 3 weeks I'm over there. So we will see. I'm going to say I'm hoping to maybe do a Flossmas style one. So I'm going to say then it won't be really long. It can just be short videos. But again, that's if you guys want a Flossmas style one. And hopefully I can get a video up every day. as I say, you'll have to let me know if that's something that you are interested in. Well, yeah, I'm hoping to try and get some videos done. I say if I can get a Stitch With Me done as well while I'm over there, I will do. Or if I can manage it, I might see if I can get 1 or 2 Stitch With Me done over here before I leave. So then I've just got those ready to be uploaded. And I'll have to see what I've got time to do. I say I still need to go shopping yet. I want to get some little like souvenirs for them. So we'll see when I get time to do that one, because Shane's sister's got him running around again to do Christmas shopping. So next weekend, I'm looking after the little one. Well, Shane and his sister goes to buy her Christmas presents. So I turn around and I say, because I was going to work next weekend. I'm not bothered if I don't. But I said, what's wrong with the husband looking after her? Oh, he's just he'll have been, he's on nights, so we won't get home till 6 in the morning. And then he'll be wanting to go to bed. I was like, yeah, and? She went, it's not fair on the kid, he'll be fast asleep. I was like, right. I said, but I bet you anyone will be going with you lot. She went, oh, who knows? So even though he's just finished nights, he'll probably still go with them to the shops to buy stuff. And he'll sleep in the car on the way there and sleep in the car on the way back, and then moan that he's tired. So I turned around to Shane's sister and says, well, instead of him frigging going shopping with you lot, time to look after his bloody daughter. This is the lazy git. So yeah, so I've got her for a couple of hours. I said, you better make sure you send some food. That's just because we haven't got much in. Because we're trying to run stuff down, ready for doing the big Christmas food shop for Shane. So we haven't got much in at the moment. When you're saying that, half the time I go to the shop you can't get out anyway. Shelves are always empty. So yeah, so we'll see what food she brings for the little one. She says she did ask the eldest daughter, but for some reason the youngest niece likes coming here because we have more food. Well, we haven't this time. Apologies if I just headbutted the camera again. And for the motorbike going past. Anything we have the windows open, it's a lot louder. So, right, back to questions. Oh, that may be, oh no. Jamie McDaniel asked, will I be able to take any pictures while I'm in the UK to share with you guys? So, I can do if you want to see what kind of state the UK is, by all means. And make videos while there, I've just mentioned that one. Does Shane like visiting England? Yeah, he doesn't mind the UK. He doesn't like the cold. It's a bit like me. He doesn't like the cold that much, but he doesn't mind going to the UK. Obviously, he was there for a couple of years before we came over here. So yeah, he doesn't mind the UK. He's not a big fan of the cold, but he is a bit more of a wuss when it comes to the cold than I am. He wears long johns and thermals. I don't. But things are, well, were, I don't know if they still are, we're a lot cheaper in the UK than over here. But yeah, Shane does like it over there. Plus the fact that you don't have to drive 3,000 hours just to get to the next town. It's just like down the road, basically here. Not over there. So. Come here, there, thank you. Do you think one day you and Shane will live over in the UK? Well, I'll say we did live over there anyway, before we come over here. Whether we move back there or not, I don't know. I suppose it depends on how things go over here. I mean, at the moment things are a bit crazy, but I think that's everywhere. Inflation's gone up, you can't get in houses. I think if the rent on the property goes up keeps going up the way that it is doing, I think it's a good idea that we will be moving back to the UK. Because some landlords are getting ridiculously greedy. It was on the news, I think I told you last time. One woman pays, I think it's $300 a week for a rent, and they decided to double it to $600 a week. She's like, there's no way I could afford that one. So a lot of people over here are sleeping in their cars and camping out, well, in tents, because they have nowhere to live. The government keeps saying they're having talks of trying to find properties and stuff like that, but that's not coming off very quickly. Yeah, what have I done here? I've got it on square. So yeah, so that's not coming off very quickly. There's people been sleeping in cars for months because a lot of it stems from when COVID started, because our state, well, Queensland, kind of kept a lot of things open and restrictions weren't as bad as what they were in a lot of other states. So everyone decided they were moving up here, causing a housing crisis because they were just buying the houses or saying that they were willing to pay a full year's rent in advance for a house, so other people didn't have a chance of getting one. They did that wrong. So yeah, so I got a bit crazy, but I'll just say if the rent keeps going up the way it does, then it would be cheaper for me to go back to the UK, since I have my own house over there. But we'll see how things pan out. Don't really want to go back to the UK. I'm enjoying it over here. But we will see. Plus the fact over in the UK you can have a pool in your back garden. You don't have to worry about it. Over here you can't. Over here you have to have a full pool fence, and this is just for a paddling pool. You've got to have a pool fence, you've got to have gates all around it so kids can't get in, and it's ridiculous. When we first got over here, we put a pool up in Shane's mum and dad's garden, and the council came around and told us to take it down, or else we were going to get fined, because there was no pool gate. And it's like, but there's no kids here. The fence is fenced in all the way around, and the supporting beams for the fence were on the side where the pool is, so no one could climb up to get in there. But no, that wasn't good enough. It had to come down. So I had to take the pool down. It's ridiculous, because too many kids have drowned in the pools. It's like, well, why aren't the parents watching them? But you can have a fish pond in your garden, and you don't have to worry about that. That doesn't have to be fenced in. It's like, is that not just as dangerous as having a pool in your garden? Obviously not over here. But hey ho, it is what it is. So yeah, so in summer it's nice to have a pool, but obviously we can't have one. Three. Come here. Thank you. Miss two. Two. Miss 2-1. Next question, if I have any more. Stacey F asked, will you do a big Christmas dinner over in London? Well, not in London, no, I'm from Doncaster. It'd be a long way to go to London. Do your brothers have partners? We always have a quiet Christmas here. It's always so busy leading up to it. So, yes, apparently I'm doing Christmas dinner while I'm over there. So, my twin brother has a partner. My other brother does not. I don't know who's actually coming for Christmas. So my elder brother, him and his ex have to work out about my niece over who's having her when and who's going where and all this lot. So I don't know who we're going to be having. So I know there's going to be 4 of us. That's all I know. 4 of us minimum, possibly 6. So it won't be a huge dinner, but well, it'll be a lot of food, but it won't be a lot for a lot of people. So we generally can't always overdo it cooking Christmas dinner. No one ever eats it all. The only person who ever used to be able to eat all their Christmas dinner was my dad. So it'll be 1 or 2 meats. So turkey, ham or beef, I'm guessing. Not ham or beef, pork or beef. And then it'll be a ton of veggies. So parsnips, roast potatoes, carrots, broccoli, sprouts. And then Yorkshire puddings. And whatever else my brother's decided he's going to get. Stuffing, pigs in blankets. So yeah, it just depends what what he's got in. Because my brother will go out and buy all the stuff for Christmas early. Like the turkey crowns and stuff like that. He always gets that early. As soon as they come out, he goes and gets one. And then you can always guarantee there's a trifle for afters. My older brother will just sit there with a big spoon and dive into it. Can I get these 2 stitches? Yeah, my elder brother loves this trifle. So, yeah, so it just depends what he's organised. I don't know what he's organised for food. I told him he's got to get me some mince pies. They do a really nice mince pie over in the UK. Well, I don't know if they still do it. It's from Asda, which is one of the main shopping places over there. And it's mince pie with icing on top. But not just like dusted of icing. It's, instead of having the pastry top, it's actually got a layer of rolled icing. So royal icing, I think it is. And they're really, really nice. I love them. So I'm hoping he's going to get me some of them in. I'll split the thread. So yeah, so we'll see what's available when I get over there and what we're having. Just flip it over again. And as you can see, my needle is, where are we? Yeah, well worn. That's what happens with my needles after a couple of days. They turn black really quick. Hence the reason I go through so many needles, but now I'm running short of needles and I have to try and find more needles. The only ones that do last a little bit longer is the Easy Guide ones. So these ones with the ball tip. Them ones. So they kind of last a little bit longer. I think that's it for questions. I think. The amount of screenshots I've taken while my phone's been closed, so it just takes the front screen, is ridiculous. Ah, there's one more. Let me just get my thread. So this one is from Danielle, Cardiff Stitcher, here on FlossTube. Thought I was on the wrong colour, then I was about to cry. So I mentioned about with regards to the jacaranda trees over here all being in flowers, and she said when she lived in South Africa, the streets were just lined with jacarandas, and unfortunately you can't get jacarandas in the UK. I don't think they can weather themselves very well over there. I'm not 100% sure, but I've never seen a jacaranda in the UK, neither has Danielle. So we have to deal with what nature gives us, unfortunately, as she said. She also asked, with the pin stitch, can this be done on Aida? Yes, it can. It's easier to do on Aida than it is on some of the other fabrics. So it's really easy on Aida. So yes, you can do pin stitch on Aida. Then asked, do I ever sit outside on the stoop? So steps, for those who don't know what stoops are. Veranda, and do stitching. And the birds sound like a bit of paradise. So no, I never stitch outside. I've mentioned this before. My cross stitch stays inside. I do not take it out, because you can guarantee if I take it outside it'll get absolutely ruined. So now my stitching stays inside at all times. I tell you, like, I have actually once stitched outside, but not over here. It was over in the UK. But only once. But it was too sunny, I couldn't see what I was doing. So yeah, but now my stitching stays inside at all times. It wouldn't be too bad stitching out on the veranda, I don't think, if I was in the right spot. But then if I was outside, the cats would be wanting to try and get outside and sit with me. So saves them stressing the fact that I'm outside and they're not. So come here, thank you. Same as when I go home, I will not be stitching on the plane or in the airport. I will just be walking around, drinking coffee, eating food. Yeah, I can't stitch and travel. So I will not be doing that. I don't know how you people do it, sitting in cars when driving around. Well, when you're being chauffeured around. Stitching, I can't do it. I've tried reading in a car before. I've tried reading on a tube and stuff like that. I just can't. It just makes me feel sick. Concentrate on doing something while the vehicle's moving. So, well, unless it's obviously driving and singing. So yeah, I can't can't concentrate on something else while I'm in a vehicle of any form. And he also mentioned the temperature over there is not too bad, but it is going to drastically drop. Well, when I spoke to my friend earlier on, he said it was 4 degrees, so it's obviously started dropping. So that's going to be really fun. And that's all the questions I've got. So yes, that's going to be really fun over there. Just told him I'm just going to walk around with a quilt around me for the whole 3 weeks. And the sun's gone in again. I'm sure he's doing it on purpose. It's testing me. For none, the sun we're going to be going in and out all the time, and I'll put the light on. I'm assuming you can still see what I'm doing. Come on, son, come back out. All is forgiven. There we go. Must have heard me. Oh, you finally come out, have you, Kitty? So Kitty has been under the cover on the sofa. It's 30 degrees here. She must be sweating her bits off. I was looking for her earlier on. I was like, where the heck is she? Yeah, under the cover. But obviously because it's warming up now and it's drier, there's a lot of static. So I've just had to get out of it and she just got zapped. I think I've just put that one in the wrong spot. We'll fudge it, be right. So yeah, I have bowls of water around to stop, well, to try and stop the air being so dry, to stop the static, but it doesn't always work. It's fun though when the cats zap you, because it startles them more than anything. Ginger's the worst. Ginger's always full of static. Tiger used to be the worst one. He used to zap me good time, a few times, but Ginger seems to be the one at the moment who zaps me all the time. Well, he has a lot of static in him. Kitty, not so much. Except for getting out from under the covers, obviously. I think what we had. Well, we're at 1 hour and 10 minutes, so I think that's not too bad for a first one back. And the fact it is, geez, 3:15 already. Haven't done anything on Super Size Tiger Family yet. I need to get some stitching in on that one. The cats will be wanting feeding soon as well. So I think what call it on that. We'll call it a day. So what have we done? 327 stitches. That is half stitches though. 40 count. So that's not too bad. But yeah, that's my thumb. It's tiny. It's great. Love it. Zooming out, see if you can see it. There we go. So yeah, so we go. 40 count. 327 stitches. So 200 by 200. It's great. So we'll leave it there then, guys. So again, I'll add the picture of Kitty on the end for those who haven't seen her for a bit. Sat in your tree. So again, any questions or comments, please feel free to drop those down below. You can always email me. Email address as always is dizzystitcher@gmail.com, or I am on Instagram as Dizzy Stitcher. Again, if you're on Facebook and you're in the group, you can message me on there as well. So, hope you've enjoyed. Again, let me know what you think about doing a Fosmus, if that would be something you'd be interested in, if I can figure it out. Well, I should be able to figure it out, but hopefully in time. But it won't be starting until probably maybe the 14th of December. Obviously, once I've got over to the UK. I'm not going to do it for the whole month of December. That would just be crazy, and I'd never be able to get it done. So yeah, so let me know what you think. So while I'm over in the UK, I can do some small little videos, or would you just prefer like one update video each week? Again, let me know, see what you say. So again, guys, thank you very much for watching. It is much appreciated. So until next weekend, as I said, I don't know when I'm going to get the video done next weekend, but at some point next weekend will be the update video. So until then, take care, stay safe, happy stitching. Thank you very much for watching, much appreciated. So until next time, bye bye for now, guys.